Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the evolution of SolidWorks.
Hello, San Diego! They designed me long ago. Engineers will have some fun. Getting on with it. Getting on with it. Getting on with it. Yeah. You gotta prove yourself in the movement. The moment you see it, you gotta test the airflow. You only get one shot for a good injection mold. Opportunity comes once every quarter. Yo! Multi-body drawing. Stress sim. Stress sim. Gotta test that. Stress sim. Gotta test that. Stress sim. That. In a dance program. Caught in a dance program.
Made sexy and it shows it. Made sexy and it.
It is my pleasure to welcome you to SolidWorks World. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome CEO of Dassault Systèmes, SolidWorks, Bertrand Seco.
This is my new friend, my new buddy, Now. His name is Now. He has been fully designed with SolidWorks by a company called Aldebaran Robotics, and we will learn a lot more about my new friend on Wednesday. Thank you Now, bye-bye. So, good morning and welcome to SolidWorks World 2012 in San Diego. Every year we are waiting for this outstanding moment when we open the door and we see you running to take the best seats here in front of the stage. It tells us that what we are doing is right, helping you to achieve what you want to achieve with SolidWorks. It is really a great honor to have you here and to serve the best user community of the engineering industry. So thank you. We are all very excited to spend the next 3 days together. We have designed a very special program for you. It will be a lot of opportunity to share ideas and best practices about SolidWorks. You remember, we were here in San Diego in 2008 for SolidWorks World. At that time, we had 4,300 attendees. I'm excited to say that today, in this room, we have 5,650 people attending SolidWorks World, so thank you. And you are coming from 33 countries from all over the world. But today, 5,000 people, it's only a fraction of the 1.7 million users forming the SolidWorks community. The community has grown so much that it's even difficult to think about. So let's take some perspective on that number. If the 1.7 million users, we decided today to build a new city in the US, it will be the 5th largest city. It will be bigger than Philadelphia. That's huge, right? And if you are looking for love, 1.7 million users is the number of active users on a dating website called Match.com. So, speaking of love, there are something that I would like to share with you. Obviously, tomorrow it's Valentine's Day. And I would like to share with you some of the concessions that some of you had to make to attend SolidWorks World anyway. So let's have a look at what you have been blogging over the past weeks before coming here. My favorite is the one from Dan East. Look at this one. Dan has hidden in his home a gift, and tomorrow he will call his wife and let her know, he will call from SolidWorks World his wife and let her know where the gift is hidden in this house. Funny, no? It could be French to be so romantic, right? And for those of you who think you will be sleeping on the couch when you will be back from SolidWorks World, be aware that there is, at the Partner Pavilion, a special booth where you can send video e-cards to your loved ones. SolidWorks World every year is a great excuse for some of you to run your mini events or some meetings, and we are very happy to provide a venue for that. Every year, there is one customer who brings a lot of people here at SolidWorks World. Halliburton, one more time, has brought at SolidWorks World more than 35 people from 3 different countries: USA, Canada, and India. We are here on the West Coast, and we have 2 very large resellers on the West Coast, Oak Ridge Systems and Go Engineer, and all together, they have more than 100 people attending SolidWorks World this year. SolidWorks World, it's all about the connection and all about people, the one that you already exist and the one that you are going to form today. Every year, we all meet new people, we learn new technology, and we come away with new perspectives. You know, in our lives, there are things that connect us together. Obviously, you have family, friends, work, but there is something else that connects us together. It's design. We are all united by design. We are here to learn, we are here to network, and we are here to have fun. But we are connected by design. Just to think about how design is in your day. When you wake up, you are connected with a lot of objects that have been designed. When you get ready for your day, great design are there around you. They make all aspects of our life easier, and even sometimes they can save your life. There is a story that I would like to share with you. There is a person that maybe you know. His name is Dan Erzberg. Dan learned SolidWorks at WPI, the Worcester Polytechnic Institute in New England. He was also an intern at SolidWorks in 2009. Today, he is a professional engineer. He is also a user group leader in Virginia. Dan had to go for a surgery replacing a valve in his heart. Before the surgery, Dan learned that the valves have been designed by a company called OnX Life Technologies, a new SolidWorks customer. Most of the people who have artificial valve replacement, they need to stay their entire life under blood thinning medication. It is a fact of life for them. But the team at OnX, they did something very special, and they pay attention to so many details in their design that now they believe, by the unique design they have made, that they can not only reduce, but also maybe eliminate the need for blood thinning medication. It's now 6 months that Dan is out of the hospital. He is with us today. He's very healthy. So, Dan, where are you? He's here. Thank you. Thank you for coming. It's an amazing example. And that's the kind of story, I must say, that we do love at SolidWorks. SolidWorks was founded on a very simple idea. And I'm sure you remember that, right? To put the power of 3D modeling on every engineer desktop. Remember. From the first day, we focused on SolidWorks on you, our customers. And 18 years after, we are still focusing a lot on the user experience. We know our products are not perfect. We can always improve them. But to make sure that our R&D team is still focusing a lot on improving every day, there is a new face leading the SolidWorks R&D team. He joined us 5 months ago. Gianpaolo Bassi is a CAD veteran. He is well known in the CAD industry. He has under his name several patents. Gianpaolo is here with us today. Please welcome Gianpaolo Bassi. Thank you, Gianpaolo. It's great to have you on board. We know that you are coming here for a lot of reasons, but we know also specifically that you are coming here to meet our developers. They are the rock stars, right, of what we do. Like you, they are engineers. They are using SolidWorks not to design commercial products, but to design their dream projects during their spare time. We brought more than 50 developers to SolidWorks World, and they are all here. They are wearing red shirts, so you can make sure that when you are walking the hallway, you can meet with them. So thank you, guys. Here they are, in their bright red shirts. Please stand up. So you know, they have many, and you can really spend time with them. I'm sure they will be happy to hear from you what you are doing with the best software they develop. Last September, we announced SolidWorks 2012. It was release number 20 for SolidWorks. As always, we focused a lot on improving the core business processes in order to help you in your productivity challenges. For example, in SolidWorks 2012, we have added a new feature helping you to calculate and compare material cost at the very beginning of the design process. This feature is called the design costing feature. You can have now the best manufacturing cost estimate at the very beginning of your design process. You are telling us that because of that, you can have more accurate quotes to your customers, and most of the time, they are 80% more quicker to deliver. Another big feature that you are telling us is very interesting for you. It's called the large design review. It helps you to review the project, whatever the size is. But in every release, we also, on top of adding new features, we are adding what we call the delighters. The delighters, you know, they are the small changes, little changes, that often can deliver big impacts. I give you 2 examples. The first one is we totally changed the equation editor. It was time, right, to have a brand new equation editor. Another example, we added the famous magnetic line just to have balloons in your design. Simple stuff, but simplifying your life every day. On each new release, the team over there is not only focusing on developing new features, we focus also a lot on improving performance and stability. And we think we have been pretty successful on that. What you have here is the trend of how we have improved performance and stability over the past 4 releases of SolidWorks. And as you can see, SolidWorks 2012 marks another record. Do you agree with me? You know, our hallmark at SolidWorks, we call that make the things SolidWorks simple. Many of you know that in 2010, we have announced a new product, DraftSight. I'm happy to report on behalf of the DraftSight team that since the announcement, DraftSight have been downloaded more than 2 million, I was dreaming about 10, more than 2 million times. So that's a huge achievement. Another key milestone is, maybe you have heard, it has been announced for SolidWorks World. We just crossed 50,000 certified SolidWorks professionals. You, the users, you have investing time to go to the certification process to become either a certified associate, a certified professional, or a certified expert. Your skills are something you can use to sell yourself. As of this month, before coming to SolidWorks World, we looked at the website monster.com. In the US, we looked at the number of job postings. As you can see, for SolidWorks, we have thousands of job postings, much more than the competitors all combined. We also looked, yeah, that's significant. We also looked internationally, and you have the same trend, and we have selected 3 countries here, Japan, India, and Turkey, where you can see that there are a lot of job openings also on SolidWorks. You may also have recently seen articles in Time magazines or in Popular Science listing the top 10 innovations for 2011. We are happy to see that a large number of these innovations, they have been designed with SolidWorks. Specifically, this one, the one that is on the Time magazine cover, it's called the Hummingbird drone, has been designed with SolidWorks. Speaking of innovation, the R&D team is working hard at building the next generation CAD platform. It is my responsibility as CEO to ensure that we have the strategy for taking advantage of the new technologies, the processing power that will benefit you in the future. You tell us what you want every day. You have probably heard us saying that more than 90% of the new enhancement we put in each release is coming from you by customer requests. It is our job to think about the tools and capabilities you will need 5, 10, 15 years down the road to keep you competitive. We owe that to you. We cannot build a next generation platform without the latest technology. We see our next generation as the way moving forward. And we will deliver that next year. But in addition to thinking about the next release 3, 4 years down the road, we are also working hard on the next release of SolidWorks, the one that you are using today. And in case you are wondering, we are going to continue to invest at developing these tools until you tell us that you don't need them anymore, with no change in data format. We cannot wait to show you on Wednesday the What's New for SolidWorks 2013. That will be another great release coming next summer. When our next generation will be ready, you will tell us. Thank you. When our next generation will be ready, we are going to let you choose which application you want to use. No one will be forced to migrate to the new platform. I want to say that. It should be clear. And when you do choose to switch, we will make sure that the transition is seamless. On behalf of the entire SolidWorks team, I would like to thank you all for being part of the SolidWorks community and being part of SolidWorks World today. We are part of a community that we are all connected together, and at SolidWorks, clearly my mission is to make sure that we are asking the same question every day. Are we doing the right things for you, our users? From our customers to our employees, from our resellers to our partners, we are truly united by design. Thank you again for coming. You know, SolidWorks, we are who we are today because a parent company helped us in the back to become who we are. There is a person who is a visionary of the CAD industry. He wanted to be with us today. Please join me in welcoming the President and CEO of Dassault Systèmes, Mr. Bernard Charles.
Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. He survived. He survived 1 year.
Yeah.
Congratulations for this stellar
I have a goal
result last year.
is to survive another year.
He will. He will. And by the way, Jeff survived too. He's here. Congratulations, Jeff. Welcome, welcome. Great to be here at SolidWorks World with the SolidWorks community. I'm so thrilled every year. You know, I want to come back with you every year. We announced stellar results last week. I want to thank you for that. I want to thank Bertrand, all of you, all partners here, because clearly making 20% growth has been a remarkable achievement. But more importantly, I think the number of users that you represent, 1.7, I'm just amazed with the number, represent an incredible dynamic on an incredible community. So I really want to thank you for your commitment to SolidWorks and your great success to SolidWorks. With that, a few quick data before I start to share with you an interesting story, an amazing story. Once again, a new story. By the way, I have 2 grandkids and I want to adopt this little guy now because I think my grandkids are going to have fun with now. So let's make sure okay. SolidWorks today represents more than 20% of the Dassault Systèmes revenue. It's an amazing, amazing footprint. I think this year we will serve 10 million users total for Dassault Systèmes. And we announced last week something which is very, very important, which is what is after PLM. We do 3D, we do 3D design, we do product lifecycle management, and we are dreaming about doing the next step. I think the story which is going to follow now is really an outstanding example of 3D experience. So with that, we opened last year a campus in Boston to group all our R&D. We invest almost 30% of our 2.5 billion revenue in research and development every year. So I think it's for you, it's so important to know that. And I think it's a very successful move to have all the teams representing 8 brands now together on a great campus. Design is at the heart of what we do, and at the heart of what you do. Our technology is being used in projects that are changing the way we see the world, and innovation is at the heart of it, helping unlock the secret of the Pyramid of Giza that you see here, in collaboration with Leeds University in the UK, helping teams at CERN in Switzerland search for the elusive Higgs boson using the Large Hadron Collider. I will not tell you the mathematical story about that, but it's an amazing equipment when you see that. taking a role in the completion of Antoni Gaudi's Sagrada Familia Cathedral in Barcelona, which has been under construction for 130 years. With all of these projects, the key to success is collaboration between people who are passionate about what they are doing. When people from different industries and organizations work together, innovation and new understanding unfolds. There is one project I would like to talk to you about today in detail, and I think it truly illustrates the power of community. It's called Neptune Canada, and it's part of the Ocean Networks Canada Observatory. Popular Science recently named it one of the universe's 10 most epic projects. Oceans cover nearly 3/4 of the Earth's surface and makes 99% of the world living space. Ocean provides us with, of course, food, water, carry our cargo ships, shape our weather. The medical community is developing new medicine based on research of aquatic life. In truth, we are just beginning to understand how our oceans works and how undersea biological, chemical, geological changes affect us. This is why the Neptune project is so important. Neptune Canada is the world's first regional underwater cable observatory network. It includes more than 130 instruments, 400 sensors in the Northern Pacific, linked by over 500 miles of cable, all connected to the internet and constantly collecting data. This data is available freely in an open way to communities of researchers around the world 24 hours a day. Neptune is transforming ocean science and helping to unlock the Earth's secrets. When I first learned about the Neptune, I was so impressed not only by the size and the scope of the project, but even more by the manner it has been evolving. What makes Neptune unique is that the project's success is built on community. Here to talk more about the project is the research team integrator at Neptune Canada, Dr. Maya Huberex. Please join me to welcome Maya. Thank you for joining us. Please, Maya, join us for this, tell us more about it. Thank you, Maya. Thank you for being here. It's an amazing project. This project is truly unique. So can you tell us more about the scale of this project on what is basically Neptune Observatory?
Yes, I can. It is an amazing project. We've deployed a loop of fiber optic cable 500 miles long off the west coast of British Columbia and Washington State. This loop of fiber optic cable carries power and communications to scientific instruments on the seafloor. What's really unique about our location, we are right beside the smallest of the Earth's major tectonic plates, the Juan de Fuca. And this has allowed us to instrument diverse regions. We go right from the coast, across the abyssal plain on the plate, right out to a mid-ocean ridge. The types of instruments we have, they range from seismometers, instruments measuring temperature, salinity, and we even have video cameras streaming live video from the seafloor.
How deep is it, you said?
It goes all the way from the coast,
yeah,
right out to the mid-ocean ridge, which is 2,300 meters, so that...
Very impressive.
Our research covers many different research themes. Ocean technology, of course, seismology, fluid dynamics, physical oceanography, and biology.
To me, sorry for interrupting, but to me this project is exciting because not only it is created by one person, it is not the case, but it's an entire organization on a large group of contributors, basically. with Neptune Canada.
Yes. At the University of Victoria, we are managed by Ocean Networks Canada. We are working together with our sister network, Venus. The Venus Coastal Network has shallow water instrumentation where we have deep water instrumentation. But not only that, to design and deploy this infrastructure, we needed the collaboration of many international partners, local in Canada, in the US, in Europe, around the world. For example, I'd like to mention Highland Technologies. These are one of our closest collaborators. They work with the CSSF, the Canadian Scientific Submersible Facility, to manufacture the ROV, or the sub, that we use on the ship to do all our deployments.
Many of the names here that you see in the back on the screen are really customers, SolidWorks customers, and I know also many of them use many Dassault Systèmes products for simulation or other activities.
Yeah, that's true. We use SolidWorks at Neptune Canada to design much of the infrastructure that houses our instruments.
Well, I think congratulations. Another great story about SolidWorks user. Now, the network is established. Data are available in different communities for new discovery. On what, by the way, I see this equipment. I suspect this is designed with SolidWorks, isn't it?
It is.
How big is it? Is it bigger than now, or is it smaller? How big is it?
It's about this big.
This big.
It's bigger than the family dog, but still cute.
Okay, very good. And all designed with SolidWorks.
Yes.
Wow. You know, this is not a simple installation on a simple system. Congratulations for this design. So about the data, where are we going? What are the research going on?
Our project is really community-based. We would like researchers around the world to access our data. Our mandate is to provide our data free of access to anybody. And in fact, that means you can go home and create an account and download all the data that we're acquiring from our seafloor network. Part of the motivation of this is to answer the sort of big science questions that we're interested in, such as, do we see effects of climate change in the Northeast Pacific? We need the collaboration and the input from partners and scientists around the world. For example, here, this is video taken by Wally, the seafloor crawler, at a methane hydrate seep, which is 3,000 feet below the ocean surface. It's amazing that we even have that technology, but what makes it more amazing is that Wally is controlled remotely via the internet by a team in Germany.
So they have a joystick to do it?
They do, yeah. They actually, not quite. They've got, you saw the interface up there earlier. All these questions, we have to approach them from a group perspective, using the knowledge of people with different backgrounds. For example, we share knowledge regularly with our seafloor partners in Europe at ESONET, and also with our US partners who have just installed the first stage of their seafloor network, the regional scale nodes, off the coast of Washington and Oregon. We also like the public to be involved. Through our website, anyone can go listen to whale sounds on our hydrophones, on the underwater microphones. You can watch live video.
Is it a good sound to sleep, or?
You sometimes hear shipping noise. That's a little disturbing, but the whale sounds are quite impressive.
I see.
Yeah, so we're every day collecting massive amounts of information. This is streaming in real time from the seafloor to our shore station, to the University of Victoria, and then out to the world via the internet. We actually need help in processing all this data.
So basically, if I understand that story, you publish the data, amazing collection of data, and you basically do crowdsourcing of research, isn't it? Is it crowdsourcing?
We do crowdsourcing, and the project that you see up behind us here, this is the Digital Fishers project, where we have called on the public to help us go through some of the hundreds of hours of undersea video that we have. So if I'm a scientist, I'm an ichthyologist, I study fish. I only want to look at the video segments with fish. We have many video segments that don't have fish. So this is the way where anyone can log on to this and go ahead and just tag in our videos, I see a fish here, 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 here. This really helps the scientist. And sometimes we might get experts, let's say a retired biologist going on our site, and so that person's contribution can also be very valuable to us.
Well, that's an amazing, amazing way of working because, and I like really to hear that, because basically what is happening is this collaboration between different disciplines, scientists, whether you are in business or whether people are retired, as you just said. It's truly the definition of the new world of collaboration. It could benefit from a different source of knowledge, design capabilities, people who are really understanding some of those scientific phenomena. Later this week, by the way, all of you will see how crowdsourcing can impact consumer design. So Maya, by the way, Neptune project is very young. I've heard that you want to collect the data for more than 23 years.
That's right. We've been online for 2 years, and we're looking forward 23 more.
So after 2 years of activities, you must have learned a lot already. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I can. Yeah, we have learned many things. One area that's very interesting has to do with methane gas hydrates. These are a potential energy resource. Some scientists think that they contain more energy than all of the oil, gas, and coal reserves on land combined.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
There's business to do here, huh?
The problem with this is, methane is also a potent greenhouse gas. So we have to be very careful with how we deal with this. Methane hydrate, it forms an ice-like structure. So it's actually methane that's encased in cages of ice, of water molecules. And it only remains stable in conditions of low temperature and high pressure, such as those found in the seabed. These methane hydrates, they naturally dissolve and reform over time. So the area that the crawler you saw, Wally, is deployed in, it contains mounds of these methane hydrates. So Wally needed to be designed as a mobile sensor so that he can navigate the area and examine what's causing the processes where these methane hydrates are changing over time. So we're very interested in this from a scientific perspective, partly because we don't know very much about methane hydrates, but also if looking in the future, if conditions change, like we have a major earthquake off the coast of British Columbia, for example, or if the sea floor temperature rises significantly, this methane could be released in the atmosphere. That would be disastrous. And so we're watching this process really closely.
Wow, I think it's very impressive. And you know, I love this kind of connectivity and collaboration with science, probably also education. I think that taking this visionary approach to provide data and get this collective crowdsourcing is a best example I've ever seen up to now, but I think more to come. You still have 21 years to go with the data collection, and I believe this type of sharing is the future of design innovation that I think it will impact the way all of you are working every day. Thank you, Maya, for this great story. Good luck, and we will participate in the crowdsourcing with you.
That's great.
Have a great day.
Much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I love this story, and I'm sure you do too, because it has a lot of consequences in the way the future of innovation will go. This approach of taking innovation on using this innovation process to go and drive discovery to a next level is at the very heart of what we do at Dassault Systèmes. There are several key themes that are helping them to be successful. And these themes line up perfectly with the elements we have included in last week's announcement that we call on the new symbol, basically, of Dassault Systèmes, this famous compass that you see here. It's relatively simple to explain. You have 5 elements in this compass. Please remember, the idea is what is the horizon after PLM? And we believe the horizon after PLM is 3D experience. You have seen a lot of examples of that, and you will see more this week. What do you have on this compass? You have the power of 3D as a universal language. This compass helps you to understand the present and evaluate the future and unlock future possibilities. First, 3D experience. 3D as a way to do modeling of the world, not only small equipment, but anything. And in the Neptune project, this is an excellent demonstration. On top, on south, on the north side of the compass, you have the crowdsourcing, the connectivity of people. How can you work together in a community, creating this strong link between groups of people and infrastructure? On the east side of the compass, what do you have? You have the crowdsourcing of information. Today, internet is the digital asset of the world. There is so many assets there that can be reused. And as you know, last week we bought NetVibes. Please look at it. It's a way to crowdsource very precious information. It's free of charge. There is no so many free of charge products in Dassault Systèmes, so use them, including DraftSight. This Neptune project is an excellent illustration that this compass can be in action. Of course, in the Neptune project, the high definition video is also being used, but I hope and I believe that 3D will be more and more used for the next steps. So that's what the compass is about. And of course, at the middle, you have the play button. Now, in my mind, the biggest innovation of the 20th century has been computer, the digital and automation world. I think in the 21st century, it's all about collaboration. It's about connecting discipline, people, individual, not only businesses, together. And this is our vision. This is what we want to bring to you in an affordable way. With 3D as a universal language, it's on the guiding principle of how to develop products and create design of the future, what you do every day. I think this story, as many others in the world, are going to change the way we can harmonize product, nature, and life. The new way of communicating, sparkling innovation, improving the way we approach and address challenges in the society. That's all what Dassault Systèmes is about. That's why we call this 3D experience. And that's the value that you will see around SolidWorks evolution, and Bertrand told you how much development we are doing here. You will hear more about our stories in that domain. And the fundamental question we pose have changed. No longer do we ask if I, but rather if we. Let's have a look.
If we could supply fresh water, this really would be the perfect location for the new town.
If we harness the power of the ocean currents, we can reduce fuel consumption.
If we make this cable twice as thick, it could tow up to 7 million tons.
Using their 3D experience platform, Dassault Systèmes led a team of glaciologists and engineers to prove Georges Mogin's dream of transporting icebergs could become reality. It takes a special kind of compass to explore the world's future possibilities. Dassault Systèmes. If we ask the right questions, we can change the world.
So that's what I wanted to share with you this morning. It's an exciting journey. Thank you very much for your outstanding contribution to this dynamic, listening to your project, the success you have. We learn more every day. And as Bertrand said, we listen carefully to what you need to continue to improve the user experience and make SolidWorks on all the product family the best possible. Thank you, Bertrand, for leading this great brand.
Thank you, Bernard, for coming.
We have a new baby in the family.
It's a new friend, you will see. This stuff is amazing. So thank you for coming.
Congratulations on outstanding community. This is the best I could ever dream about. Thank you very much, and have a great SolidWorks World 2012.
Thank you, Bernard. Thank you very much. So do not forget to check the Solution Partner Pavilion. We have more than 110 solution partners here. So thank you very much, and have a great day.